Hey everybody, Richie here from RecklessPixel.com with another episode in the Lens Wizard Lightroom series. And in this particular video, we're going to take the little journey to the Copyright Office website. And I'm going to show you how to do that. And I might have to break this video up into like an A and a B part just to get through the whole thing. So the first thing we want to do is we want to open up a browser. And we want to go to, and I'm just going to type the address in. I'm just going to type copyright. Now, this is what you want. You want that address right there. It is a .gov, not a .com. That is very, very important that you know that. Okay, if you go to copyright.com, you're starting off on the wrong foot because that is going to be a pay site that's not going to help you. Now, this is a pay site, but this is the Library of Congress's website. So we come to the home page, and over time the home page changes, but essentially you got these three headings right here. You got all this other information down here, but this is copyright.gov, and we want to go to register, okay? And essentially this is just kind of a, I don't know, they give you this page to go to, but what we're looking for right here, registration portal, log into the Copyright Office, or the short name is ECO Registration System. Now when you come into this page, like most sites that require, you know, you're paying money, you have to have an ID and a password. Okay, so I already have my ID and my password there. Of course, they're already filled in. But if you're new, you want to go here, and you know, I'm just go over here to the first page. I'm not going to go through the whole step, but it's just like registering any, and I think by now almost everybody who's over the age of 12 has registered, you know, for something at some kind of a website. So I'm just going to go back. Now, I did click my back button, but the one very, very important thing to know about this website, it's run by the government. It's actually, as far as government websites go, it's pretty darn good. But when you need to go back to a previous screen, if there is a back button located on the screen, use the back button on the website. Don't use the back buttons on your browser. So I'm going to go ahead and log in, and very first page you're going to be greeted with is everything over here on the left is broken into three classifications or three areas. You're most concerned with copyright registration and register a new claim. You will see other things here. Do not worry about those. For your first time here, you're going to want to go to register a new claim. Okay, and you're going to go through several screens, and it's been a while since because usually I just blip through these and I have a template and everything, so I'm going to walk through it from the beginning, and it's been a while since I've done that. Essentially, you just want to read. Take your time and read, and once you do this one time and read, write down what it is that I'm doing here, and you'll be able to do it with no problem. The main thing is you don't want to make mistakes, but you see here, it gives you a back button to go back. So you can always go back, almost always can go back to a previous screen. So here we go, register a new claim. Okay, so are you registering one work, one song, one poem, one illustration? Check no to this question if the work is one of the following: a collection of works. Okay, now I'm going to stop right there and just say this. In previous videos on this series, this copyright series, I said that you could upload hundreds or even thousands of photos, and that would be a collection. So you're not uploading one work. This would be very rare that you're just registering one piece of work. That would be an exception. So the answer to the first question is going to be no, because you're going to put up several photos, I hope, you know, in the hundreds or the thousands, and that would be a collection. of photographs. Are you, the second one, are you the only author and owner of the work? Okay, now again, there could be an exception here, but if you're just a photographer, a freelance photographer, or just even a hobby photographer, this is your work. So you're going to answer yes to that. Does the work you are sending contain material created only by this author? And you see, that's kind of a weird way to ask that question. Are you it should say, are you the only author? But okay. Answer to this question is yes, you are the only author. You created it, you were holding the camera, you're the one that did it. So let's go ahead and start this registration. We click start. Now when we come over to this screen here, we will notice that over on the left, pretty much all your information that you need to know is going to be on the left. So we got the type of work, titles, publications. I'm not going to read all these, but these are the different steps that we are going to go through before we submit our photos. So I will admit that can look a little daunting there, and that's why I say I might break this video into different parts, because I want to take the time. I don't want this to rush. I want to take the time and show you how this process works, because it's very simple. It's just we have to go through these steps over here. Okay, so let's look at what we have here, and we got to go the type of work that we have, and our work is work of the visual arts. Okay, so we want to check work of the visual arts, and this is nothing more to confirm that you've read through and that you're checking the right box. You're just, because I guess some people just don't check the right thing. So let's look up here. Our two choices are continue, which you see the meta tag come up, says next, or we can save for later. So at any point in this process, if you get a phone call, you have to use the restroom, you have to run out for whatever reason, you can always save. You see how easy this website is. They've really done a good job on this website. So for right now, we're going to click continue. Okay. So here we want to click new, because this is a new collection. Okay, so now on this screen, we are going to choose, simply enough, title of work being registered. Okay, that wasn't too hard. I know that's where that could be a little misleading. Of course, it's the title of the work being registered. At least that's the way I look at it. So for this, I'm going to call this Models 2016, and I'm then going to save. That brings me back to this screen, and now you can see the name of my collection is down there. Okay, title of work being registered, and over here we can edit and we can delete. Now we really don't want to delete, but if we needed to edit, we can. Okay, so now let's continue. Okay, it's going to ask me, has this work been published? And we will put no. This is unpublished work. We want year of completion. Now I'm registering these a little late. This is a collection that I didn't realize didn't get registered. So they were 2016. and I'm not concerned about anything else. So I can go ahead and click continue. And let's just look over here. Notice we've moved down the steps, and I'm about 10 minutes or so into this video. So I'm going to take this video a little further. Let's go through, and then I will make a part B and C if I need to. So right now we're back to this screen here. Now on this screen, I've been through this process several times. So I have an add me. I believe, and I could be wrong, but the first time you come through this, you may have to fill in your information. But whenever you see the add me, add yourself. See, this I think would normally be what would come up your very first trip through, but I kind of have it already filled out. And I'm going to just hit, and actually they got my name wrong here, so let me just correct this. And then hit save. Author created, check the appropriate box, and it is photograph. You see there are other works down here that you can, and we're going to hit save. And now it brings us back to authors, and from here we will notice that my name now appears down here under authors. So now we're going to go to claimants. And here we would like to, this is about claimants, and if you read through this, I'm not going to read through it, but if you read through it, it's basically if you're adding another claimant to, you're registering it, but you're adding another claimant. And you don't want to add another claimant. You just see there's an add me. So hit add me. And I don't know why it keeps changing my name, but I will keep changing it as I see fit. I think I have a little glitch in the system there for just my account. But I will hit save. And now we're going to hit continue. And now we are under limitation of claims. And under limitation of claims, there's really nothing, don't let the word photograph fool you. There's really nothing that you need to do here. Complete this screen to limit your claim if your work contains or is based on previously registered material. So it doesn't apply to us. So we will click continue. And now we are down to rights and permissions, okay? And if we look at this, we see the add me. And this, if you read it, you may provide contact information for a person and or organization to be contacted regarding the copyright management information or permission to use this work. So, you know, if somebody contacts them, I guess, about the work and wants to know who they can get permission from to use the work, well then they would need to contact somebody. Okay, so now we come back to correspondent and we can go and continue on. Mail certificate. This is another add me. And unfortunately for me, I have to keep changing. I think I must, in my account profile, I must have my name filled in wrong. I've hit continue, and I'm now at special handling. And for special handling, this is, again, it's special. So this would be for something special that not pertaining to what we're doing here today. Special handling would be something very special, like you needed to get this done very quickly. Maybe you're there in person, something like that. So we're just going to hit continue. And now this brings us down to certification. So let's look at this. And this is kind of self-explanatory. This is just, I certify that I am the author, copyright claimant, or owner of exclusive rights. And it continues on. So you would want to check this and name of certifying individual, and you would put your own name in there. And notice, I have a very common name, Richard Smith. I always use the middle initial to make my name a little less common, and I also add the suffix of junior because I am a junior to make it just a little less common. So if you have a common name such as mine, and you have the ability to put a middle initial or the third or whatever it is on the end of your name, that's always a big help in anything you do in life, really. Okay, so we're going to hit continue, and now we're down to review our submission, and you can see we have a lot of different things here. Not a lot, but we have some different things. So let's just take a look at this real quick. This is all of our titles that we're filing under this claim. Now, I've never filed more than one title, but I'm guessing you can file more than one title under a claim. I've never done that before. Published work, yes or no, year it was created. This is just all of our stuff that we filled out, and it's kind of letting us review it. I mean, that's what this is, review for submission. So, authors and contributions, you just want to, look down here and see what you have here. If I would have had name, organization, I would be in there. Photo. Again, this is claimants. And my address right there, and this is material excluded, new material included. I'm sorry, not include. Here, over here it says included, over here it says excluded. Again, a little confusing, but all of our information is in here. And again, a lot of it is redundancy. It just keeps going down. So now at this point we can put add to cart or save for later. So if I'm going to go ahead and add it to my cart, but if I wanted to just save it right now and come back to it, well, there. Now I can also save it as a template. I already have a template, so I'm not going to save this as a template, but you can save as a template if you would like. That's not a problem. I'm going to go ahead and add to cart. Okay, and of course this is where it comes down to the money part. This is where they're coming down to. Over here, look at your thing. You filled out your form. You're going to pay, and then you're going to submit your work. Okay, so we're going to go to checkout, and it gives you a couple of different ways to pay. This one here, I believe, is if you're using a bank account, I believe, but this is the one that I use. I use a credit card. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And it says you're now leaving the Eco site because you're going to go to the processing site where they process the cards. You process your payment. So we hit OK on that. And essentially this is where we come down to this screen that it's going to ask for, put your routing number. I like to do where I pay with, pay with the debit card that I have. So I'm going to go ahead and put my information in here. But here we go, and we're going to process the payment. And it gives us a screen here to double check. Now you have to know that this is a non-refundable. Filing fees are non-refundable. So once you click this submit payment, that's going to be it. And I'm going to go ahead and enter my email address in here. And of course, you have to do it again. And you can CC if you needed to. I don't need to do that. So, submit for payment. I think I forgot to check this box right here, and I will hit it again. Okay, so there is that is everything you needed to do up to submitting your work. Okay, so we still have to submit the work, and I'm looking at my timer here, and that was 23 minutes to go through that. But I'm talking slowly. I didn't use my template, and I'm just kind of taking my time because I want this video to be correct, so that everybody, understands it, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. So now let me start talking a little bit faster and get out of that slow, stagnated voice. So here now our payment is successful, and like I say, I'm up to the 24-minute mark on this video, so I'm going to break this. I've probably already broken it in half. So we're going to go to continue. So we hit continue, and now we are to where we want to start our upload. So let's select files to upload. Okay, so we're going to, you can see, I'm just looking here to make sure everything's right. This is our case number. See, we now have a case number. Okay, so let's go and select files to upload. Okay, so in this video we're going to select our files to upload. We've made our payment, and now we're going to select our files. And this is the screen you're going to see if you just came from the payment screen, and you're going to click select files to upload. So I believe I have it right there, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select one of these. These are zips, and I can put start upload. It's that simple. So you can see right there it's listed, the zip that I chose. It's telling me it's 21.04 megabytes, and I believe you're allowed to upload upwards of like I don't know, it's 500 megabytes. The number will flash across your screen here. I will double check that. Okay, and that didn't take too long, and it says successfully uploaded Kendall Ice. That was the one that I needed to upload. So I'm now going to actually just go and select 2 of these just to see how quick it takes 2 of them. Now usually you see a little status thing going across in this area right here. Here is Kendall Stockton and Melina Studio. Again, these are not super large files, and they're zipped. You've seen how I did that in previous video. So you need to read this part right here. This is very important. This is your upload, and this is how you start your upload. Now, as we can see, this one says successfully uploaded Melina, the 3643. So it looks like it took the smaller one first, and now it's going to go for the bigger one. Okay, and that was probably for just those 2 files. It took about 4 minutes on my cable connection. So okay, at this point I'm going to actually stop the video, because I want to show in the next video how I can open. I still have more to upload, and I'm not clicking this. Remember, please do not click this until you have everything uploaded for your $55 that you want. If you click this, you're going to then have to start another $55 claim. So at this point, I just want to go up and I want to hit log out. And I'm going to end this video, this segment of the video, and come back in with another video showing where to proceed with uploading files. Because believe it or not, at this moment I actually do have to leave and go meet with someone, so I don't have the time to sit here. And that's perfect example of how this website works. Okay, everybody.